From the Northeast Georgia Business RadioX studio, this is Northeast Georgia Business Radio. Welcome back, folks, to another exciting edition of Northeast Georgia Business Radio. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon, and we're coming to you live from the beautiful Empower College and Career Center of Jackson County. I have with me a great guest. Yes, all my guests are great, but with me today, with Pinspiration Northeast Georgia, Kerri DeYoung. Kerri, welcome to the Northeast studio.
Thank you, Tom.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
Real well.
Pinspiration Northeast Georgia. I do, but I don't know what that is. For the fans out there, I have no idea what that is.
So Pinspiration is the world's first Pinterest-inspired, all DIY craft studio, maker space.
People show up and do stuff at your place.
All kinds of things. Families, friends. We have girls' nights. We can do birthday parties.
Nice.
All kind of fun events. We have a wine and beer bar there as well.
Oh.
It's just meant to be a creative space where people can get together and unplug for a few hours.
With some libations.
Exactly.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Correct.
With the worry of just punning myself and the audience to death, inspiration from Pinspiration, Pinterest interest, things you see on Pinterest, but not necessarily only that.
Correct. We have over 50 projects at any given time.
That I could come in and do, obviously.
Correct.
Not in the same day.
You can do them the same day. Yeah, if you walk in, I have 50.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How long does a project last if I can do that many?
Well,
or I'm just that bad at it?
Not all. You can't do all 50 in one day, but you have 50 choices when you come in. Most projects take anywhere from a half an hour to 2 hours.
Gotcha.
We also have the splatter room where you can book online. That's a 1 hour experience. Everything in the studio is good for ages 4 to 104.
So you're coming in, you're bringing groups, you're coming by yourself.
You can come by yourself.
Friends. I have no friends. I'd have to come by myself.
Well, then by all means, come by yourself.
I would
Absolutely.
have to.
If you have 6 people or less, you can do a walk-in. More than that, I just need a heads up to make sure that I have table space for everybody to work. Have big groups. We do have a party room that'll seat 20 people.
Nice.
We do a lot of birthday parties. Just if you're looking for something to do on a rainy day or like today, you can just walk in and do a project.
Do stuff. Kill some time.
Exactly.
30 minutes, an hour, maybe 2.
Yep.
Now, where is your location? I probably should have led with that. Where is your location at?
Well, our name is Pinspiration Northeast Georgia for a couple of reasons. We are located in Brazelton West, but we are on the corner of Spout Springs and Friendship. It's a Flowery Branch address.
That's where all the worlds come together over there.
Yes, Duncan Corners. We're close to Buford, close to Flowery Branch, in between 985 and 85. But I also go mobile. So I can bring the party to you or we do a lot of team building that way. So we go to a lot of businesses off-site.
Nice. But you don't take the splatter room.
I
on
do.
The road. You do?
I do, yes.
Okay, what is the splatter room? I know what the splatter room is. It sounds really cool. You got to tell the folks.
Splatter room is a room that you can just kind of let loose in. We have hazmat type suits that you get suited up in. You get a canvas to pre-design a design onto, then you bring it into the splatter room and in a sense throw paint and go wild. We have disco balls, disco lights,
of course you
black
do.
Lights, neon paint.
Yeah.
And we jam out to some tunes and have a ball.
So the idea is to get the paint on a canvas?
Yes.
In maybe some type of reasonable fashion.
Yes.
Or pattern, not pattern, but a design or something.
Yes. But it goes all over too. I mean, part of the fun is to get messy.
So you're not necessarily throwing it at one another.
People do.
I can see it going sideways immediately.
It does. It goes
what
everywhere.
Canvas? What canvas?
Right. I guess it depends on how much you like your crew that you're with.
I don't know. Sometimes you lean on the people you like the most. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just kind of take advantage of, but we're friends. Whop.
Right. It's messy fun. And it's something you can't do at home or shouldn't do at home.
You probably shouldn't do it at
Right.
home.
It's great for kids too.
So little kids can do it as well.
Yes.
You have them in the mini hazmat suits.
Yeah, yeah. They're in like a rain poncho because I have yet to find mini hazmat suits. But
And probably in some states and counties it'd be technically child abuse. I'm gonna wallop my kid with a bunch of paint.
it is our most popular party though. Splatter parties.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine how. Does that takes booking? You don't just walk in and say, "Hey, I'm doing this."
Correct. It's best to book online. You can book that online. You can always call me as well, but you can book that online, and it does book up pretty fast.
But now you said it's mobile.
Yes, I do have a mobile splatter tent.
It's a tent.
Yes.
Fully enclosed.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep.
How do you get the paint out?
I actually line it with black fabric so that it's dark in there, especially if you're having a party at night with the black lights and whatnot.
Right.
And the paint is all washable. So it's
okay.
non-toxic washable paint in the splatter room.
Well, I hope it's not toxic.
Right. If you get it in your hair or on your clothes, it will wash out.
Wow. So everyone's walking around with goggles and stuff.
Yep. Goggles, shoe covers,
Wow.
hazmat suits.
And it's mobile. What's your footprint? How far out do you go?
Northeast Georgia is why I named it
Okay.
Pinspiration Northeast Georgia. So I will go up to the state line and down to Atlanta and east and west accordingly.
Oh, I'm with you. So Hall County,
Yeah.
out toward Walton, I imagine.
Yeah. I've done house parties. I've done corporate team bondings.
Yeah.
And I've done bachelorette parties.
You go to them.
Yes. We do both. We have it in-house and out.
Well, I can imagine, especially in a corporate setting. Who knows how many people you would have, but everyone has somewhere else to go afterwards. And
Correct. So a lot of people don't want to rent a bus to get to my location.
I can imagine that.
I also do events at larger venues such as Chateau Elan when they have companies come in from out of state, out of town. I've done quite a few events at Chateau where I can host a lot of team bonding events there.
So they use you as a quote-unquote attraction.
Correct.
When a group comes in.
Correct. Yep.
Well, that makes sense.
I'm doing a big event coming up in a month or so over there. So.
Awesome. Congratulations. Tell me about these 50 projects, though. I mean, we could just get lost in the splatter room, but...
I'll tell you a lot about the most popular things going on right now.
Well, that's important, yeah.
Yeah. We do a lot of candle making.
Okay.
Also do that off-site as well. We do a lot of acrylic pouring, a lot of resin projects. That's really hot right now. Easy for anyone.
Melted resin?
Not melted. Resin is like a resin coating, so it's like an epoxy.
Yeah, you mix it together with two parts.
Yep. So a lot of people do acrylic pours on different wood shapes. Lately, charcuterie boards have been really hot. They'll acrylic pour on those, and then we'll keep them and we'll do a resin coating on them to make them food safe, but they turn out beautiful.
Oh, wow.
You cannot mess up an acrylic pour.
So they're designing their own
Correct. Yep.
board.
We do a lot of coasters that way. We do a lot of wall art. I have fiber art. I have string art. Like, remember when you were a kid and you would hammer the nails in and wrap the string around it and make art?
Yes, I remember others doing it. I always avoided that somehow.
You avoided the
I
arts
never
and
had
crafts.
to do that, Or you made the curve with all straight lines. You remember that? That was a big deal when you're like 10.
We have a lot of projects for kids. Most of our clientele lately has been kids between 5 and 12, I would say.
Yeah.
We do a lot of parties for them as well. And our parties are themed.
Oh, really?
So they can book. They can see a few of them online, and we do all the decorating in the party room. The goal is for the parents to be able to walk in. It's all set up, and they can actually enjoy their child's party instead of having to stress over all of the things.
Having to work the party.
Correct.
That makes sense. That's mobile too.
Yes.
Wow. Yep. That would be great.
It's been a lot of fun.
You also do adult birthday parties, I would imagine.
Yes. I did an 82nd-year-old birthday party this past weekend.
Nice.
She was there with all of her children, grandchildren, and great-grands.
I mean, when you have a big party like that, it's a lot of work on somebody, and it usually falls on one or two people. You take that away.
I do.
That is so cool.
It was an absolute pleasure to have them as well. It was just really good to see all the generations interacting, and everybody was being creative. Everybody got to choose a different project.
I was about to say, you brought projects with you. That's what you do.
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
Everybody got to choose different projects. It was great.
Very cool. Folks, we're going to take a real quick break, get in a community partner, and we will be right back. One of our community partners is Busy Bee Exterminators. Now, Busy Bee is a leading termite and pest control company that has been serving Georgia since 1972, longer than I've been alive. Family owned and locally operated, Busy Bee is proud of its solid reputation and most extensive guarantees available in the industry. They offer free inspections and evaluations to all potential customers, both residential and commercial. Visit busybeeexterminators.com for all the details. That's busy, B-E-E, exterminators.com. And while you're at it, visit our new website, negabrx.com, to see all our great community partners. Kerri, you still there?
I'm here.
I didn't know if you were going to go throw paint at somebody or
I mean, let's do it.
put a smile on their face. Well, actually, it probably wouldn't, but never mind.
Put a smile on mine.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too. All right, I got to ask, how in the world did you get into this? This is not, hey, this is not a corner cafe. This is not a dress boutique. I'm coming up with stuff I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is unique. It is a franchise, though, correct?
It is a franchise.
It is
yes.
a franchise. How in the world did you fall into this?
So I spent 23-ish years in the automotive industry. I had my own business supplying dealerships and body shops at first, and then later on I went to write service for Ford. And during COVID, I watched, as we all did, the world kind of implode.
Yeah.
And I watched businesses struggle, and myself, I was doing fine, but people just got really crabby and didn't really spend time with their families. And they were, that break from being able to see certain family members and all that stuff during COVID. And I just decided that I was going to trade what I was making monetarily for happiness. And I just wanted to create a space where families and friends could get together and unplug for a few hours, get off your phones, get off your devices, and actually come back together and be social again and do something creative while doing it. So leave with something that is a memory.
How did you end up in Georgia? You've been here, 9, 10 years?
9 years, yeah.
9 years.
I ended up selling my business up in Illinois, and I moved down here to take a job. And like I said, I ended up writing service for Ford. So,
Right.
And then left that to, I happened to see an ad for this. I didn't necessarily know much about it. I just knew that I myself was a crafty person, and I
Right.
thought this would be a good way to get people together.
I was going to ask you, in general, are you craft-oriented?
I am.
Creative?
I purchased my house here in Georgia because it had a large craft room in the basement.
Nice.
And it's been really fun because it always changes. That the world of crafting always changes. There's always something new to try.
The new flavor.
Yeah, so it'll always change. It's always fresh. We change things up at the studio all the time. We always have new projects.
Oh, I got you.
So every time you come in, it won't be the same.
So I could come in every day for 6 months and do something different.
You sure could.
Really? Wow. Pretty cool. Now, you've got something coming up that's basically new with Pinspiration, something you haven't always done. You're trying it out.
Correct. This will be our first year for kids' summer camp.
So you're having a camp.
We're having weekly camps the
Okay.
whole summer. Also single-day drop-ins.
Oh, wow.
So we'll have 4-day camps. They're all themed.
Okay.
Ages 7 to 11.
Right.
I'm only accepting 10 kids per camp.
Okay.
This being my first year, I want to make sure I do it right.
Oh, yeah.
But
Start easy. Sure.
We'll have it every week. Every week is a different theme. And then for people that are just looking for maybe like a 1-day, drop your kid off for 4 hours, we're doing different themed camps for 1 day.
So it is 4 hours.
Yeah, we start at 9, we end at 1, and we will have the option of an 8:30 early drop off because I know a lot of parents, are working and
Coordinate that time.
I wanted to go a little bit after lunch so that parents could get like at least a half a day. And I kind of took a poll from a lot of the parents that were coming in and said, what do you want in a summer camp?
Yeah, they'll tell you what they need.
Yeah, so I'm just opening that up now. Signups are open, and they'll be open until probably 2 weeks before summer break.
So you're looking at 8, 9 weeks of this,
Yep.
and they'll all be different.
Yeah, they're all themed differently.
So you could have your child in there for 2 solid months.
You could, yes.
Nice.
The goal is, it depends on the theme. I came up with
Yeah.
a lot of the themes based on the age group. I asked a lot of kids that were coming in what they really like to do, and they'll be doing every single day one large project and then also probably 5 or 6 smaller other projects along with a small lesson based on what our camps are. So we have some pretty interesting themes.
A lesson like a how-to?
Well, how to, of course, to do their projects, but also a lesson in what we're doing. So we're going to be doing, like for one of them would be, it's called The Great Outdoors.
Okay.
So we'll be learning a little bit about nature while we're crafting.
Oh, I got you.
And making all of the crafts out of things from nature.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart. You came up with this?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Our other locations have the summer camps. We all have free reign to do things how we want.
Right. Your ideas are obviously better than the others.
Correct.
Yeah.
My ideas are awesome.
Darn right they are.
We all have different themes, but we sat for 3 weeks and came up with the themes.
So I take it you have plenty of staffing for this. You're going to have 10 young minds going crazy. I mean, it's got to be high energy, right? You're making stuff, you're learning stuff. It's not sit and read a book for 4 hours.
Nope.
It's high energy.
They get pretty focused, though. They get pretty
intense.
Yeah, they get pretty involved in their projects, but they'll be learning new techniques too and doing things they've never done. And then, of course, we'll have the splatter room too, and then we'll do a little arts and crafts show for the parents when they pick up on the last day. So,
nice.
Yeah.
I guess if they get too rambunctious, just throw them in the splatter room for like 30 minutes and then send them home.
Yeah, exactly.
Wear them out. The parents will love you. He slept for 9 solid hours after he left your place. Couldn't get the blue out of his hair, but other than that.
It will all come out.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So, Kerri, I got to ask, what is your sweet spot? I know you're good at all of it. What is the sweet spot? What do you do the most, I guess?
We do the most birthday parties. We're finally getting word of mouth going. I recently, this past weekend, just had the 3rd birthday party for the same family.
Oh, wow. They must like you.
They love us, and we
good.
love them. And it was amazing. We do a ton of birthday parties. Kids can choose from a variety of themes. And we also do a choose your DIY. So I can, in a sense, customize it to what that particular child is into at that time, which makes it super easy. They can, say, hey, I'm going to choose these 3 projects. And when my friends come in, they can all choose one of those 3. And everybody can do something different. That's really popular lately. And also our team bonding events have been huge. My online hours that I'm open is Thursday through Sunday, but I leave Monday through Wednesday, even Thursday, open for corporate team bonding, either at my location or offsite.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So I'm always available 7 days a week to figure that out.
If someone comes to you, I saw this or I'm thinking this, if it's feasible, obviously, and doesn't break laws.
Correct.
That's important, right? We like to have you around.
Right.
You can probably put it together.
Yes, we try to do the best we can, unless it's something completely off the wall that I've never tried before. Even if I have some time to try it and see if we can make it work, I'll definitely try that.
That's cool.
It's all about tapping into their creativity and giving them something to do.
Their desire, and hopefully they come back.
Yes, I love my repeat customers. I have quite the following now where they're almost like family.
I bet.
Yeah.
How do folks get a hold of you? We teased a website earlier. How do they get a hold of you?
My website is pinspiration.com/Northeast Georgia. And I also have my Facebook, which is Pinspiration Northeast Georgia. Instagram as well. I'm just starting some TikTok videos. And also, obviously, you can just give me a call. Available through text as well for the phone.
What number is that? 678-630-3135.
Correct.
I got it right.
You did.
Oh, I'm telling you.
And if anybody likes dogs, we do have a new shop mascot.
I didn't know about this.
We've had him since November. His name is Hudson.
Nice.
And he's our official greeter.
Cool.
And he loves kids and adults alike.
Perfect. Well, I got to come check the place out.
You do.
I don't think I'll do the splatter room, though. I don't know. I may never leave.
You can peek your head in there. It's
I'll have
fun.
to. I got to come see you.
We could make a RadioX logo.
You want to do a live? We'll do a live there.
I think we should.
That would be fun. We could do that.
I think we should.
Have that for your next whoever needs a project. I don't know. I got nothing.
We've done a couple of charity events. We just did a charity event for Rescue Pals, a dog rescue, and they splattered their logo.
Oh, that would be cool.
It was cool.
You were serious when you said that.
Yeah.
Business RadioX?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
You need some artwork on the walls.
Well, that's what the sponsors are all for, but
We'll
need,
put Pinspiration right underneath.
the Pinspiration studio would be pretty awesome. I'm just saying. I'm selling, forgive me. Well, Kerri, did we get it all in? If we got it all in, we'll get out early,
I think so.
sort of, and go walk in the rain together again.
Good deal.
Long story behind that. They're going to play music, then I got to wrap up and, stuff. And Kerri, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're awesome. Folks, Kerri DeYoung, Pinspiration Northeast Georgia, located over near Spout Springs. Get creative. Go hang out in the splatter room or something. I don't know. I got to go try it out. Folks, we'll talk to you soon.